What's up, guys? It's Rain City MMA, your boy Bryson with
Joey.
And today we're breaking down the China card that starts at midnight this Friday, and we're also going to be recapping just a couple of fights from the pay-per-view. Sorry we missed out on the parlay, but this week we got it back, guys.
All right, guys, we're doing something a little different for this recap. We're going to do the last three fights, but an honorable mention here. The Ultimate Fighter went on, and we have Alibi Idris versus Joseph Morales. Team Chael, or Team Sonnen versus Team Cormier. Two finalists, man. They were going at it. And ultimately, first round, it was a back-and-forth fight. Alibi looked like he was landing the cleaner punches, and Morales got him down, and he ended up finding a crazy triangle choke in the second round. Hats off to him. He's been in the UFC before, so he's getting his second shot at it, and he's got some kids, man. I'm hyped to see what he can do, but let's go Morales. What did you think, Bryson?
Yeah, I was super hyped for Morales. Coming in as a huge dog, too, guys. I think he was the third biggest dog on the card, or second. And it was just awesome seeing him. I was always rooting for Chael. I love DC, but Chael's my guy, too. And that's their only fight, too, where both of their guys are in, because the welterweight matchup is both DC's guys. And I love Chael's reaction after he's like, yeah, I won the Ultimate Fighter. Sorry. Your guys didn't show up and made weight, so... Yeah, Morales is the man, and I can't wait to bet on him as first fight back in the UFC. Next one we're recapping is the featured fight of the night. We got Jeff Neal versus Prates. Awesome fight. Happened how we just said. We said it was going to be a knockout, round one, round two. Prates looked great out there, improving after a loss, too, against Ian Gary. And, man, the spinning back elbow. We saw two of those tonight coming up, but that one... It was a buzzer beater too, guys. There was 1 second left and he got it. And no one's done Neal like that, as much as Neal's fought some good guys. Even Shavkat, it took him the third round to sub him. And that was like almost a buzzer beater too. Neal's tough as hell. And shout out Prates, shout out Fighting Nerds. They had a good night going 3-0. What'd you think?
Yeah, I didn't know Karine Silva was a part of the Fighting Nerds, man. But if so, I would have had a lot of money on those three. Olajaychuk, Silva, and Prates. I love the gym. We both do. And happened just like we said, first, second round KO. It's always live, man. Love Prates. I think he's one of my top two Fighting Nerds because love John Silva a little more. But honestly, great win for Prates, and let's go Fighting Nerds. All right, next fight we're recapping, guys, is Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico, a highly anticipated bout. Pico looked great on the boxing, like everybody said, pressuring Murphy. Murphy looked hesitant at times, but it looked like he was just waiting to counter, find that shot, and ultimately ended up being one of 11 people to get a spinning back elbow knockout. That's pretty crazy. And Pico had a concussion. He was lights out, man. I mean, I love Lerone Murphy. We called Lerone Murphy. I just didn't put him on any of the parlays or anything. Unfortunately, I thought I was trying to be safe and say start round 3. Instead of picking Murphy straight up. I will never do that again. Good win for Murphy. And Pico, too bad, so sad.
Yeah, like I said, guys, I'm done putting these PFL Bellator guys on the main card. They need to be on the bottom of the prelims. Or, honestly, I'm sorry to say, I know people say it's crazy. They need to go through Contender Series. Clearly, I know they're facing tough competition, but these guys are not who they say they are. Murphy knocking him out cold, and then I loved the follow-up punch. I'm sorry, but all these Pico lovers and Bellator guys, they're killing me. You got Pitbull, Mix, and Pico now 0-3 on their debuts coming to the big leagues. And there are levels, so all you guys who thought those organizations could, I'd love to see that champ versus him. No, it's not reality. And now Murphy fighting for the belt. Volk called him out. Dana seems like he likes it. Murphy finally got a highlight finish to show people I'm ready. That will be a great fight. That one will be insane. And shout out Murphy, great win. Last fight of the night, we had the middleweight championship, and we called it, guys. Khamzat Chimaev. I think people were overthinking this fight, thinking Dricus had a chance. He really never did. We tend to like these wrestler guys, and you know what? I'm tired of people saying it was boring, complaining about the fight, saying the ref could have stood him up more. No, you know what's boring? is that you allowed another man in a 25-minute fight hold you down for 21 minutes, 40 seconds. That's embarrassing to me. So the boring part needs to be on Dricus. We need to stop actually taking away from the guy who's winning the fight and not the loser. You lost. You clearly didn't train hard enough. I mean, Dricus was talking that smack. Oh, if he takes me down, I'll just get back up again. Well, that never happened. And those people who had the cardio doubts, nice try. Hamzat proved that wrong too. And sure, you guys are going to say, oh, he's going to fight once, twice a year. I mean, gosh, we already had Islam Makhachev do that. I mean, JDM, he just got the belt. He's going to fight once this year against Islam. So keep complaining. Guys are going to keep proving you guys wrong. And whoever bet on Duplessis, I feel sorry for you that you even thought Hamzat could lose. What'd you think?
Yeah, no, I picked Hamzat. I picked him by sub. He didn't get it done, unfortunately, but I think that was almost better for his pedigree. Now it shows he can go all 25, because that was one of the big discrepancies in this fight. Oh, well, if Dricus makes it past round 2, then he's going to maul Hamzat. Well, we saw that. Dude spent more time on the crucifix than Jesus, man. I mean, all 21 minutes, Dricus couldn't move. He couldn't even move his arm. He couldn't get anything. He's like a fish out of water, just kicking his feet, man. Yeah, great win for Hamzat, new. Let's go.
All right, the first matchup we got is a light heavyweight matchup. Uran Salty Badiev versus Dier Nergoyev. Sorry, guys, just ahead of time, these names are going to be tough to pronounce. But Salty Baldiev is a minus 175 favorite. Nerzagoyev is a plus 145. For me, I'm going Salty Baldiev. He shows great durability. I loved the debut against Martin Boudet on short notice. He showed he has a good gas tank on him. I've seen him in a 5-round or two watching some tape. He's always there, and, even though he's on bottom, his grappling's actually pretty good. He can flip positions. He has some nasty ground and pound. Nerzagoyev, I hate that guy. Me and Joey had a bet on him on his debut. He's too busy grabbing his nose with that weird tick he has. He's just so awful. He struggles to find his range. He has decent offensive wrestling, but when he doesn't get it down there, he's screwed. So, I'm going Salty Badiev. Good first fight for the China card. This one's going to be a lot of highlights. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, I also have Salty Badiev. I don't know how to say it. Nerzagoyev, okay. We bet on him his last fight, man, and I don't know, that tick, if I was his coaches, I'd sit him in the octagon and I'd be like, do that. Each time he does that, I'd punch him square in the nose. Every time he gets hit in the face, he rubs his nose like a cocaine head and then starts rubbing his eyes like he hasn't slept in 3 weeks. It's like, dude, you're in the octagon, you're in the middle of a fight, what are you doing, And like Bryson said, he does have good offensive grappling, but if not, he's just stuck in the mud, man. It's like he has concrete on his feet. He moves around a little bit, but then he just keeps getting tagged, rubbing his nose. So that's my reasoning for picking Salty Badiev, and also he has great ground and pound. So if it does go to the ground and he ends up flipping position and gets on top, I think he might finish him there. And I think this is going to be a great fight. Just kick off the China card as well. Light heavyweight. Let's get some highlights, maybe a knockout. Next fight up, we got a bantamweight bout between Zhao Long and Sung Young Yu. Zhao Long is a plus 115 dog, and Sung Young Yu is a minus 135 favorite. Man, I had Sung Young Yu in his last fight, and I needed him to get the finish. He went to decision with Cunningham, who was Bryce Mitchell's cousin. And, even on the regional scene and before that, this guy was pretty good, and then he gets knocked out by Steven Nguyen in the Contender Series. So, if you can't finish that guy, I don't know what that says about you. On Zhao Long's side, good takedown defense at 77%. Works great in the clinch and has solid defensive grappling. And he also mixes in all of his aspects of MMA. Sung Young Yu, he does, and he lands at a 4.75 takedowns per 15 minutes, but I don't think that's going to happen because I see Zhao Long going in with a knee or an elbow and ending the fight. How about you, Bryson? What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of people are calling Soo Young Yu the Korean Khabib. We totally need you guys are forgetting about Chang Ho Lee too. That guy's way better Korean fighter than you. And like Joey said, if you're not finishing Cunningham in the UFC, what are you doing? I mean, you don't belong here. And Zhao Long, he was an underdog last time in China and knocked out Quang Li, who we both were pretty high on or Li was the dog because he was coming on short notice. But still, that's an impressive win compared to what Yu's done. Zhao Long, he's ferocious. He's going to pressure you right out the gate. Throws good boxing combinations. Has fought some solid competition. Puts strikes together well when pressuring. He's just going to keep being in your face the whole fight. And he can grapple too, guys. Like Joey said, he lands 4.7 takedowns, but with 55% accuracy, guys. Zhao Long has those road to the UFC, guys. It's very heavy grapple, heavy wrestling. He's going to be able to defend those and work him on the feet. Yu lacks speed and hands, too. You know, he has good pressure when he's on top, but I don't see him being on top for maybe no more than 3 minutes in this fight. So I'm taking Zhao Long by decision. We're going with the dog. Next up, we got a featherweight matchup. Yiza versus Weston Wilson. Yiza is coming in at minus 1,400. Weston Wilson is a plus 800 dog. Yiza, he wants to get to the fight to the ground, constantly shooting takedowns, good jiu-jitsu, throws a lot of volume. Weston Wilson, he has that karate style, always throwing up submissions, 33% takedown defense. Guys, this is a fight you skip. Yiza's going to tap out Weston Wilson eventually. Yeah, we all know the result, but there's no value in this line. Minus 1,400, I'm never betting on. I mean, you got to be a fool to put that on a parlay. I can't even find anything for Weston Wilson either. He has good distance management. He's going to have the reach and the height this fight, but I see it eventually getting to the ground and being over quick. Who do you got?
Yeah, I also have Yiza. I think he's just going to dominate him. I don't know if it's going to be the first round. It's probably going to be like 1 or 2 minutes in the first round, I could say. And I see him just getting him to the ground, and he's going to find the choke. Probably second round, maybe end of the first round, something like that. But like Bryson said, what's not go the distance on this fight? Minus 800, minus 600. Like, I don't know. It's just not no value in the line. So this one is one I'd skip, but I am picking Yiza. All right, guys, next up, a middleweight bout between Michel Pereira and Kyle Dawkins. Michel Pereira is a minus 285 favorite, and Kyle Dawkins is a plus 230 dog. Michel Pereira, guys, bet on him many times. Crazy, chaotic style. Has fought elite comp. His fight IQ is questionable, but I think he gets this one done against Kyle Dawkins. He's from the U.S. and taking this fight on a little bit of short notice. 11 out of his 15 wins are by sub, so be wary of that. But in this fight, I honestly got Michel Pereira. I think he's going to find a crazy knockout here. I don't know what round, but I'm taking him just money line and maybe the knockout. How about you, Bryson?
Yeah, I'm taking Michel Pereira. He has that chaotic style, very dangerous in the first. I feel like his stock is so low right now because he lost to Hernandez and then Abu Magomedov, but we're talking about some really good middleweights there. I mean, Hernandez, I think, is ranked 7th now, and Abu's knocking on the door if he's not ranked already at 15. Kyle Dawkins coming back to the UFC on short notice, going to China. He doesn't really bring a threat on the feet. Good offensive grappling, like Joey said, 11 out of 15 by sub. He shoots sloppy takedowns, though, but he'll constantly wrestle, and I know people are worried because that's where, Pereira's game is weak, but this is one for him that he can get back. He even has great jiu-jitsu still, so if he's shot, don't be shocked if Pereira pulls guillotine or maybe gets a darce or front choke. But, I'm going Pereira by finish, round 1, round 2. I don't think we see the scorecards or this goes the distance. So, Michel Pereira money line. Next up, we got a lightweight bout, Rong Zhu versus Austin Hubbard. We're going Rong Zhu money line here. He will be on the parlay this week. He has sharp technical boxing. He also beat our boy Cody Steele from Puyallup last fight in a crazy fight. I mentioned that one for Fight of the Year on our one video. He throws some good calf kicks, excellent takedown defense, 84%. We know that's what Austin Hubbard's going to want to do. He's constantly chain wrestling, has a good kickboxing strike style. 31% takedown accuracy, though, guys. I don't see him getting Rongju down. I think he's going to stuff him. I think he's going to outwork him on the feet. Don't be shocked if Rongju gets a takedown, too, or ends up on top one of these times. But he just has success when pressuring, and he's going to do that. He's the home guy in China. I see him winning a decision, maybe 30-27 or 29-28. Maybe Austin gets the first round, and you're a little worried. But we're going Rongju. I think he's going to perform, and he's going to be on our parlay, guys. Who do you got, Joey?
I also got Rongju, man. I think if Austin Hubbard tries to do a sloppy takedown and chain wrestle and do this and that, I see Rongju holding him against the fence, getting some good body work, on the exits, finding maybe an elbow, good knees in the middle. Rongju is going to be the pick for me, and I do think if Austin Hubbard, gasses out here or there, Rongju is totally open to just falling on top of him, holding him for a minute, landing damage. Also, guys, for this fight, just wanted to make sure we got the odds down. Rongju is a minus 275 favorite, and Austin Hubbard's a plus 225 dog. I think that's good value for me. I wouldn't take a finish or bank on it, but Rongju money lines, that's the lock. All right, guys, next up we got a flyweight bout between Loner Kavanaugh and Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson is a plus 170 dog, and Loner Kavanaugh is a minus 210 favorite. I mean, guys, we've been watching Kavanaugh since the Contender Series. He has elite takedown defense at 100%, great fight IQ, and super technical boxing. I mean, Charles Johnson, he's a little older. He throws at a very high volume. He's frequently switching stances, guys. I mean, this guy's never been finished, and he's fought killers in the UFC. So, I mean, I got Loner Kavanaugh just because I know his experience and I know his gas tank and durability. He throws, clean, snappy low kicks, and I think he'll be there the whole fight. I got Kavanaugh decision and money line. How about you, Bryson?
Yeah, I'm going Loner Kavanaugh, guys. It's actually so cool. Me and Joey were already on him. And after that last one against Felipe dos Santos, Ilia Topuria giving him some love and saying he's the future. I mean, guys, we've been on the flyweight division. A lot of people aren't. We love Kavanaugh, Van, Tatsuro Taira. I mean, I'm just saying, if you look at those guys and their projections, I think we've been pretty good so far. But Charles Johnson coming in as a dog, the only guy to ever beat Joshua Van in the UFC, let alone knock him out. Me and Joey had Van that fight. It was a good lesson, though, because look at where Van is now. But Kavanaugh, he can mix in the wrestling when needed. We saw that when he got hurt. Excellent gas tank. Charles Johnson, he tends to give up the first round. If this goes all three, like Joey's saying, to decision, I think Kavanaugh can pull this one out. Charles Johnson will probably win the third, or maybe 30-27, but real close. It's in China. Kavanaugh's Chinese-British. But we're going Kavanaugh here, money line. I can see the value on Johnson, though, so I'm not hating if you're picking that, but we're going Kavanaugh. Next up, we got the final prelim of the night, Mahashate versus Gao Jiang. Young is a minus 130 favorite. Mahashate is plus 110. Mahashate, you got that KO power in his hands, but guys, he has 29% striking accuracy. He gets chinned easily. I believe he's been knocked out 2 out of his last 3. Gao Jiang, he fought Killian Soukilled on Contender Series. We're pretty high on that Australian kid. He's really good. Took him to decision, and it was real competitive. Then he fought Evan Elder, a good veteran of the sport. That guy used to train with the Diaz brothers. Young has solid offensive wrestling, tough as hell, doesn't quit, shows to have a good gas tank. I'm going to take Gao Jiang in a decision here. I think he can mix in the wrestling. And I actually think he'll land the bigger shots and rise to the occasion and finally get his first win in the UFC. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, I also got Gao Jiang in this fight. Mahashate has a 29% striking accuracy. You can't even land 30% of your shots, and you get chinned easy. That's not where I want to put my money. He's also a low IQ fighter. He doesn't really mix up his game at all. He just headhunts, and then once he sees something, he just starts headhunting. Doesn't incorporate body work, doesn't incorporate kicks. On the other hand, Gao Jiang, he hides his low kicks super well when he throws them. He has great technical boxing, and he has pop in his shots. So for that reason, I got Gao Jiang. Probably just money line, but I think he could get a finish late here if I had to pick, like maybe late round 2, early round 3 maybe. All right, guys. Next up, we got a welterweight bout between Tyleg Naraji and Kiefer Crosby. Tyleg Naraji is a minus 350 favorite, and Kiefer Crosby is a plus 275 dog. I mean, come on, guys. Naraji throws nasty knees in the clinch. That's where he really wants to get the fight. He's a very accurate striker, and he throws elbows in the pocket and, on releases of the clinch, which I really love as betting on, and I love when fighters do that. They don't just not stay active in the clinch, which is a great time to capitalize on opportunities. Kiefer Crosby, on the other hand, he has bad grappling defense. I think that's going to play right in Naraji's favor. I think he's going to get him in the clinch, maybe even take him down. I got Naraji in this, money line. Who do you got, Bryson?
Yeah, I got Tyleg Naraji. We also have him as the lock on the parlay, so we got Naraji and Rongju so far. Naraji has 9 first-round finishes, scary KO power. Like Joey's saying, he loves to throw those elbows, get it dirty in the clinch. All 11 wins come by finish. We're seeing a finish tonight, and it's probably going to be Naraji KO on Crosby. Crosby, he's more of a boxer, doesn't have a game plan. He just wants to make it a brawl, and that's going to be exactly what gets him knocked out in this fight, guys. Naraji's, you guys don't know him, and I don't either. This is his debut here. He's going to show out and impress. There's a reason they put him on the main card. 6'2" at welterweight, 76 reach inch. Crosby's 5'11", 70-inch reach. So, yeah, we're going Naraji. Next up, we got a flyweight matchup. Suma Darji, China Zone versus Kevin Borjas. Suma Darji's minus 155. Borjas is plus 130. I can see both sides here. For me, this is a fight I'm definitely skipping on. Suma Darji, 6 out of 7 of his losses have been by sub. Not saying Borjas is going to get it. His wrestling's not great. He has some decent grappling. Mostly a boxer. He does get sloppy once under pressure. And I think the reach is going to be a big play in the height difference. I think Suma Darji is going to edge out a decision, try to get in the center of the octagon, throw some clean straight shots. Keep up with the takedown defense. If Borjas mixes that up, I don't see him doing it. I feel like he's going to try to land big shots and try to steal rounds that way. But I'm going Suma Darji, decision and money line. But it's a fight, like I say, just making a pick. Wouldn't bet on it. What do you think, Joey?
Yeah, I got Suma Darji in this one. But Kevin Borjas, on the other hand, he does leave his chin up, and Suma Darji leaves his hands very low. So I don't know how that's going to play out. I am pretty excited to see them fight, and I do think he edges out a decision. I don't think this is going to go to a finish, unfortunately. But if Borjas does get him on the ground, which I don't think he will, he might find a sub, like I said, or like Bryson said. Like, I don't think he's really going to get the sub. I don't think it's going to go there. I think Suma Darji is just going to edge out a decision. And, I got Suma Darji money line.
I can understand the Borjas play, though. His competition was Alexandro Costa, and then he fought Lazy Boy Rodriguez. So I can see the Borjas side with the level of competition. It's totally a different space. He's also younger, but we're still going Suma Darji, but I'm not mad at if you play Borjas.
Next up, we got a heavyweight bout between Sergey Pavlovich and Waldo Cortez Acosta. Waldo Cortez Acosta coming in at a plus 185 dog, and Sergey Pavlovich at a minus 225 favorite. Sergey Pavlovich, he wants to put the pressure on you right away and has that scary KO power. He showed improvement on his offensive wrestling a lot, and he strives in the chaos, man. Sometimes he overswings. He is, a little bit getting older in his fight game. He's been there with a lot of these guys like Aspinall, and he pops out a nice jab. On the Cortez Acosta side, he has very high-level boxing and decent takedown defense at 66%. In this one, I got Sergey. I'm trying to be a little dark horse on this one. I think he can get it done and upset Waldo Cortez Acosta. He has an 84-inch reach compared to Cortez Acosta's 78-inch, and I think that's going to play into his advantage, especially with the leg kicks and the jabs. Who do you got, Bryson?
I'm going Waldo Cortez Acosta. I'm going the dog here, guys. I also think he'll win by decision. He just throws a lot of volume out there, makes smart reads, high fight IQ. A lot of people think he didn't win against Spivak. I thought he edged it out. Maybe not unanimous, but I did think Acosta edged it out. He's fighting better competition. He's also taking fights, taking risk. He's the younger. Well, they're actually both 33, but Acosta doesn't have that damage like Joey's saying. Pavlovich has been in his wars now with Volkov and Aspinall. Acosta got a great gas tank, smooth footwork / movement, throw some powerful low kicks. I feel like that's going to stop Pavlovich from wrestling. I can see Waldo winning 1 and 3. Pavlovich maybe taking 2, finally get the wrestling going, but tiring out. Pavlovich pops out a nice jab. I can see why Joey's going that side. He slows down, though, the deeper the fight goes. So I think Acosta is going to throw too much volume and edge it out on the judges' scorecards. Next up, we got the co-main event of the evening. Great fight. Brian Ortega featherweight matchup versus Aljamain Sterling. Sterling's minus 250, Ortega's plus 200. I'm going Aljamain Sterling money line. He's also going to be on our parlay. So we got Rangju, Naraji, and we got Sterling. Sterling also by decision here, guys. I think his scrambles and reversals are excellent. Very heavy on top holds, positions well. Elite wrestling. Sterling lands 2.51 takedowns per 15. Yes, we know Ortega has amazing jiu-jitsu. He times his takedowns well, but only at a 26% accuracy, guys. He also has 37% striking accuracy, has been knocked down his last 2 fights against Yair and Lopez really put a whooping on him. Not to mention, guys, Ortega said after the Lopez fight and even after Yair, he was wanting to move up to 155, but they're keeping him here in this co-main, and I think Sterling training with Merab, having that cardio, his gas tank's just there with everyone else, his grappling, his wrestling. I mean, look what he did with Evelev. That was Evelev's closest fight, and some people argue Sterling won rounds 1 and 3. He definitely won 1. Evelev won 2. 3 is the one that's up in the air, but we're going Sterling by decision. I feel really confident about that one. Former champ, too. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, I got to take Aljo in this fight, too. He has excellent scrambles and reversals, man. He's, super intelligent in his fights, too. You see these guys, I can reverse him, and then they get reversed into a rear naked choke. That's not going to happen with Aljo. Former champ. He's fought amazing comp. Evelev, one of the up-and-coming guys who's, arguably going to fight for the belt next couple fights. I mean, I got to take Aljo. Ortega in his last fight against Lopez, he was just getting tagged up. I mean, Lopez was getting tagged by Volk or whatever, but at least Lopez, stayed alive. Ortega just looked dead in, the later rounds of this fight, man. It looked like he just, he lost all hope. He has 37% striking accuracy and has high-level jiu-jitsu. But in that Lopez fight, it didn't really go to the ground, and he was just getting tagged up. He has also decent pressure when he is striking. But, I mean, I got to take Aljo. I think Aljo is going to be smart enough to get him to the ground and have his way with him and maybe even a sub. But I'm taking Aljo decision and Aljo money line on this because the sub is just a little far-fetched for me.
We're going the Funk Master.
Next up, guys, we got the main event on the China card. A light heavyweight bout between Johnny Walker and Zhang Mountain Tiger Ming Yang. We got Johnny Walker at a plus 300 dog and Zhang Ming Yang at a minus 380 favorite. I mean, Zhang Ming Yang on his last fight, man, he's crazy. He has crazy KO power in his hands. He's the only one to land more significant strikes than Joshua Van. 10.91 significant strikes per minute, bro. This guy's the real deal. He has 19 first-round finishes, and he throws nasty elbows. Johnny Walker, guys, we've seen this guy before. He's Walter Walker's brother, and no, he does not shoot. He's not a heel hook specialist. This dude is a highlight reel getting knocked out. When he gets knocked out, he falls back twice, stumbles on himself, and lands on the canvas. He leaves his chin straight up in the air all the time. His last 2 fights, he's lost by KO. So that there you go. He mixes up his kicks well, and he has a little awkward style or whatever, but that also does play into his disadvantage. I think Zhang Ming Yang is gonna take advantage of that and catch him with a right hook, maybe an uppercut, and crazy knockout here. Zhang Ming Yang money line and KO. Let's go. Who you got, Bryson?
I'm going the Mountain Tiger, guys. I love him. I wanted to throw him on the parlay. I'm not mad if you guys make a 4-leg and honestly throw him in. I feel like he's a lock too. I just like those other three a lot. Like Joey said, 19 first-round finishes. He has some really good speed on him too. He's fast. He's still 26 years old, guys. He got a lot to learn, and he's only getting better. Good snappy low kicks. Has a 64% striking accuracy. If that's not what you want in your fighter, especially a big guy at light heavyweight, I know Johnny Walker's 6'6", the 82-inch reach, but when has he ever used it, guys? His IQ is just below 0 when it comes to fighting. He slows down after the first round because he's throwing all these crazy knees, spinning back kicks, spinning elbows. He's doing everything crazy. He does have good defensive grappling. I believe he's never been subbed, or if so, it was once, but it was super early in his career. But I think Ming Yang's catching him at a good time. He's been knocked out twice. Also a main event if it goes deeper. Ming Yang's original stuff was his wrestling, and he has a good wrestling background. He just doesn't need to use it because he's fallen in love with the hands. So we're going Ming Yang knockout round 1 and Ming Yang money line. That's also a lock for you guys.
All right, guys. We appreciate all the support. We've been seeing the views going up. We love that. Like, comment, subscribe. We love all the viewership, our subscribers, man. We appreciate you tuning in, and that's why we take the time to do this, guys. We got a 3-leg parlay for you cooked up. We're bouncing back, guys. We're going 3 for 4. We missed last week, but we're bouncing back. First leg, Rongju. Second leg, Naraji. And third leg, Aljo Sterling. Let's go, baby. Lock it in, and we're trying to put money in your guys' pockets. Let's get it.